everybody, it's Angelina. So today I'm going to be filming part 2 of my DVD collection. I previously put out part 1, so this is just going to be part 2, and I'm just going to be showing you the DVDs, maybe explaining where I got them, if I like them, if I've watched them, and yeah, or just showing you them. I kind of refer to this as my nostalgia movie collection because most of the movies I have are movies that I watched when I was younger or are older movies, which I would say like pre-2015 mainly movies. So now let's just get into it. So first I have Coal Miner's Daughter, which is the Loretta Lynn movie. I forget what they're called. Biopic. The Loretta Lynn biopic. Next I have Coda Many Colors, the Dolly Parton movie, which this was also in my Dolly Parton collection video. And it's another like biopic that she made about like her own life. Yeah. Next I have Confessions of a Teenage Drama Queen with Lindsay Lohan. I watched this growing up all the time on Disney Channel. So yeah, I was obsessed with Lindsay Lohan movies when I was younger. Next I have The Cookout, which I don't know how well known this movie is. It's just about like a boy who gets like drafted into the NBA and then has a cookout to celebrate it with his family. It's super funny. It doesn't really sound like that much, but that was just like the simplest way I could explain it. Next I have Corduroy, which is still sealed. I just got this because I remember watching this in school when I was little. So I saw it at the thrift store and I just decided to get it. Next I have The Corpse Bride. Me and my sister, and pretty much all my siblings, loved watching Tim Burton movies when we were little. So, yeah. Next I have The Dark Knight. The first time I saw this was actually in school when I was in 9th grade. My English teacher had us watch it in class. And I still don't really know the reason why he had us watch it, to be honest. Next I have Die With Me Kids. This is just the first movie. I want the other two. Also, my favorite one is obviously Logic Rules. It's just a good old classic movie. Next I have The Doodle Bop Superstar. I used to watch this show when I was little, so I just got one of the DVDs to it. Because I feel like it's not really a show that anyone really knows about unless you were actually a little kid watching. I think this was on, yeah, it was on Playhouse Disney, so I feel like this isn't really a known show unless you were actually a little kid watching it. It's not like the Mickey Mouse Club or any of those Clubhouse, whatever, that are pretty known, like baby shows or whatever. Next I have Don't Tell Mom, The Babysitter's Dead. I actually just recently watched this for the first time with my mom. Pretty good movie. It's just about their mom going away, and then they have to like take care of kids. I don't know. I feel like if I say anything about this movie, it's pretty much giving it away, even though I think it kind of already does if you read the back of it. But yeah. Next I have Double Double Toil and Trouble, Mary-Kate and Ashley. This movie, I thought I watched it when I was younger, but then when I rewatched it, I had literally no memory of it, but I know for a fact I definitely watched this. So that was like a weird moment, but I was obsessed with Mary-Kate and Ashley when I was little. So, next I have the Dudesons movie. The Dudesons is pretty much like a spin-off type thing of Jackass. I'm pretty sure like Johnny Knoxville like produced it, I think, obviously. So it literally says Bama Dry and Steve-O. But yeah, it's just like kind of like a spin-off of Jackass. That's as easy as I can explain it if you don't already know what it is. And they just do like stunts and crazy stuff, and yeah. Next I have the Dukes of Hazzard movie. I've never seen the show, but I remember watching this movie when I was younger. I have like a very vivid memory of watching Jessica Simpson perform These Boots Are Made for Walking. That might have been the music video. I don't know if they showed it like at the end of the DVD or something. I don't know, but yep. Next I have ETA. I only saw this movie one time, but I really want to rewatch it, so I got it on DVD. Next I have 8 Crazy Nights, the Adam Sandler like Hanukkah / Christmas movie. Watched this when I was younger, and yeah, we watched a lot of Adam Sandler in my house when I was growing up. So next I'll have Elf, just a classic Christmas movie. This has 2. This one's full screen and this one's widescreen. So yep. Next I have Eloise at Christmas Time. I was obsessed with Eloise when I was younger, and I love these movies. So this is a good Christmas. If you want like a movie that's pretty much like just getting to see Christmas in New York, this is a pretty good movie to just watch. And it takes place at the Plaza, which is obviously the same place that Home Alone 2 takes place. So next I have just Eloise at the Plaza, just a regular movie. Another good one if you just like seeing New York in movies, and yep. I don't know who watches movies just to see New York, but next I have Employee of the Month. I think I watched this a couple years ago, and then was like, I definitely watched this when I was younger. Like, I just was like, but then I asked my mom, and she was like, I've never seen that, and I'm like, I remember watching it as a kid, so yes, you had to have, because I was not watching this, just putting it on by myself when I was a little kid. But it's literally about like them working at like a superstore like Costco and stuff, and both of these guys are fighting over to get who gets Jessica Simpson. It's just like a classic early 2000s movie. Next I have a 4-pack of Friday After Next, and All About the Benjamins. My brother just gave me this, so I think I've never seen All About the Benjamins, but I've seen all the Friday movies. Next I have Georgia Rule. This movie, I'm not going to say anything about it just because I don't really want to talk about really what it's about, but I will say the switch up in this movie of what this movie actually ends up really being about is kind of insane. Like, I just like randomly watched it just because I felt like watching a Jane Fonda movie, so I was like, let me finally watch this. This was literally like a couple months ago, and the switch up was like, whoa, okay, it was kind of like uncomfortable almost. Luckily I was watching it alone, but I was like, I did not expect this to be what this movie was about. That's all I'm gonna say. Next I have Glee, the season 1. I loved Glee when I was younger. Now looking back, I'm kind of like, this is falling out. I was like, not that good of a show, but at the time, it was great. I'm just gonna set it to the side. I haven't opened that in years, so I didn't know it was that broke. Next I have Glee the Concert. I saw this in theaters when it came out at least like 3 times. Probably more, but at least 3. So yeah, and I still have like when you went to go see it, they gave you like a lanyard that said Glee the movie or whatever, the concert movie, and I still have that. So next I have Grease. I watched this growing up with my mom all the time, and it became like one of my favorite movies and stuff. And this is the movie that made me like get into musicals. I don't really like musicals anymore, but when I was little I loved them, and this was the reason why. Next I have Grown Ups and Grown Ups 2. Grown Ups was like my favorite movie of all time when I was like 13. And I still love it. The second one obviously isn't as good, but it's still funny to me. So next I have Haggard. Just the movie that like Bam Margera made with like all his friends. I never have seen this. I've heard a lot about it, but my brother just gave it to me because he knows I'm a fan of Jackass stuff. So I haven't watched it yet though, but I'm sure I will at some point. Next I have Hannah Montana and Miley Cyrus Best of Both Worlds tour. Love this concert movie so much. It comes with the 3D glasses and stuff. So I never got to see this concert when I was little, because when I was little I didn't even know you could actually go see somebody in concert. Yeah, I didn't know you could like buy tickets. I thought you had to be like invited, if that makes sense. So I never even asked to ever go see Hannah Montana because I didn't know that was a thing you could do. But I love the movie, the concert movie. Next I have Hannah Montana. It's so funny to go from Jackass stuff to Hannah Montana, I have to say. Next is Hannah Montana Living the Rockstar Life. It's just like has like 4, and all this Hannah Montana and Miley Cyrus stuff was also in my Miley Cyrus collection video, if you're interested in that. Yeah, this has like 4 episodes from the first season. I really want the complete second season on DVD, so that's just saying. Next I have Hannah Montana 1 in a Million. It says like 4 episodes from season 2, I believe. Yeah, which is the best season of Hannah Montana in my opinion. Next I have Hannah Montana the complete season 1. I just found this at a thrift store, so that was a pretty lucky find. And it has all that, and then it came with like that, which is like a patch to put on something. I don't know. I feel like I don't know what I'm saying in this video. I should just show you guys the stuff and get on with it, but I can't get that in right now. Next I have Hannah Montana the movie. This is actually one of my favorite movies of all time. Probably because I grew up a Hannah Montana fan, but I still love this movie, and this is probably like the movie that I could probably quote the most out of any movie I've seen, other than maybe like Uptown Girls. So next I have Halloween Town and Halloween Town 2, Calabar's Revenge. This copy I found at the thrift store, and it was broke. Well, it wasn't broke, just the thing that you keep it in is. So yeah, this part. But I love these movies. They're obviously not like the best movies ever, but if you just want a nice, spooky kind of Halloween movie, these are great. I'm sure everyone knows about them, I assume. Next I have Happy Texas. I watched this when I was little. I haven't watched it since, so I don't remember that much about it. I know, like, Steve Zahn and the other guy, I don't know his name, pretend to be, like, escape prison and then, like, pretend to be, like, pageant hosts or, like, people who train people for pageants. I don't know what they're called, pageant trainers. I don't know. To keep from like to hide their identity, and they have to like pretend to be gay. So yeah. Next I have Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. They call it the Philosopher's Stone they call it the Philosopher's Stone in the UK. That's what she called it, and then change it to Sorcerer's Stone for like America. I don't know the full story because they thought we wouldn't know what a philosopher was. I don't know. I also have the Sorcerer's Stone, which they're literally the exact same movie. So there's nothing. The only thing is that they say sorcerers instead of philosophers. So yeah. I also have the Chamber of Secrets. Yeah, these are like the classic DVDs that you would buy back in the day. I'm pretty sure I just found all of these at a thrift store though. So yeah, I hate getting all these in. Next I have The Prisoner of Azkaban. This is my favorite Harry Potter movie. I would say, like, to anyone, if you've never seen a Harry Potter movie, it might not make like perfect sense and stuff. It may not be exciting if you haven't seen the two before. But if someone was like, I'm only gonna watch one Harry Potter movie, I would have them watch this because it's the best one, even though it might not be as exciting if you haven't seen the other two. I also have Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire. And then Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince. So I'm missing a couple. I don't have Deathly Hallows Part 1, but I do have Deathly Hallows Part 2 on Blu-ray. And then I don't have whatever the other one is. The one with, I think it's the one with Robert Pattinson. I forget, the Phoenix one. I don't have that one yet. And maybe one more, I don't know. But I need to get it. But I'm not really in a rush because my favorite ones and the ones I go back to the most are the first three. I don't really watch the ones after that just like regularly, or just like when I feel like watching a Harry Potter movie, I wouldn't put any of those ones on past number 3, so I don't really feel the need to have, I'm not really in a rush to have the physical media of those. So yeah. Next I have Herbie Fully Loaded with Lindsay Lohan. I remember watching this as a kid at my dad's house, and I just loved it. I remember renting it from the library too, and I'm pretty sure my dad rented it from the library for us and then never returned it because he wanted us to be able to watch it whenever we wanted. So, but this isn't that copy. But yeah, so I love that movie. Next I have High School Musical Remix. I don't know what remix means. This was just a version copy that they had at the thrift store, so I got this one. I remember so clearly when High School Musical came out because I was in like kindergarten, literally, and there was this girl who was literally obsessed with it. And I just remember being like, okay. I was like, I hadn't like developed that, whatever that is that makes you like actually like obsessed with stuff, or I don't know what I'm trying to say. Like, it was just weird for me to see someone who like loved something like a movie so much. So I was just like, alright. Next I have High School Musical 2. I used to not really like this one, which I know is controversial because this is literally everyone's favorite, but it definitely has grown on me. I think it's because not all the music is my most favorite. I really liked the music from the first one, so I didn't love this one as much, but growing up and rewatching it, I can see why this one was everyone's favorite. Next I have High School Musical 3. I saw this in the Dollar Theater when it came out. Well, probably not right when it came out if I saw it in the Dollar Theater, but yeah, the first two were so big on Disney Channel that they decided to put the third one in theaters. So, yeah. Next I have The Highwayman on the Road Again. This is just like a music documentary where they like perform the songs and like pretty sure they talk about them a little bit. So did I show the inside? I don't know. But yeah, that's what this is. Next I have Hocus Pocus. One of the best Halloween movies of all time. Literally. And I hate scary movies. So whenever somebody asks me what my favorite scary movie is, I just say Hocus Pocus. Because it kind of like, it didn't scare me as a kid, but it did creep me out. Even so to this day, I'm kind of like, oof. But it's literally one of the best Halloween movies ever. Next I have Honey, Jessica Alba, which is literally just about her trying to become like a dancer in music videos and stuff is the easiest way I can explain it. Yeah, I don't think the movie's as good now that I've grown up, but I loved it when I was little. I think it's more so the reason why I kind of look at it sideways now is because I'm like, I feel like, I'm like, is Jessica Alba, I don't know if she's black or not, I don't know, but she definitely is supposed to be playing that, it seems, in this movie, kind of, if you get my drift. I don't know, if you've seen it, I feel like you know what I'm saying, but yeah, but I loved dance. I was a dancer when I was little, so I loved this movie because she was a dancer in it. Next I have The House Bunny with Anna Faris, where it's about how she was a Playboy bunny and then she becomes the house mother at a fraternity because she thinks she got kicked out of the Playboy mansion and stuff, so she has to go find somewhere else to live. So, yeah. Next I have Huckleberry, Ode to Huckleberry, whatever. I watched these when I was little, so I just got it. It's still sealed. Next I have Ice Princess. Loved this movie. This movie made me want to ice skate. I never did. Well, I've been ice skating, but I never like tried to really learn it. But this movie, if you're a little girl and you watch this movie and you're little, you definitely had a point when you were like, I kind of want to become an ice skater. It's great. It has John Cusack in it. Yep. And also, this is not a DCOM. A lot of people think this is a Disney Channel original movie. It's not. It was made by the Disney company, but it's not a DCOM. And then lastly, I have The Incredibles. This was my favorite Disney, like, animation movie for a long time. Now I think pretty sure I would say it's probably Luca, if you've ever seen that. But for like all of my childhood, this and Cars were like my favorite Disney animation movies. And they still hold up. I didn't really like Incredibles 2, which not liking Incredibles 2 honestly kind of made me like the first Incredibles less. Like, made me like this Incredibles less. I don't know why, but yeah. Okay, that was it. That was it for part 2 of my movie collection. So we probably still have, I would say, like 3 parts left to go. So I hope you guys liked that. I feel like I was kind of out of it when I was filming this because I was just trying to get through them. But I hope you guys liked it and stick around for the next part. Okay, bye.